Hello, good afternoon, happy Tuesday. I know I didn't get a video made on Monday. I'm running a little bit behind this week. Uh, we were busy. We had to go up to Lufkin for work yesterday, and then Sunday I usually try to spend time preparing for video, but baby girl decided to come over and eat dinner, and that trumps everything. So sorry, not sorry. So I'm a little bit behind, but this is this week's video. Sorry, I had to take a sip of coffee. Uh, I'm actually wanted to show you uh, the fact that you actually don't have to have a lot of stuff if you have really pretty paper. I always say the paper does all the work, and that's so true. Now this is actually, I don't believe it's current. It's called Pansy Petals. You can find it on eBay or Etsy or anywhere like that if you really want it. But I at first was like, I wasn't crazy about it. I ended up buying 3 or 4 packs of it back in the day, and I use it. It makes all kinds of really cute cards, and I'm going to show you today. I'm going to do some friendship cards, some cards for friends. I'm not the best at letting my friends know, hey, I'm thinking of you, I care about you, and I want to get better about that. So I've came up with these. I'm going to use these flowers that I cut out of this paper, and that's what I want to show you. If you don't have a lot of supplies, you don't have a lot of stamp sets, you don't have all that, find you a paper like this, and basically like these I've cut out of the paper. Now there was a stamp set, there were die cuts for it. I never did get those because when I bought the paper I realized I like just the fact that I can cut flowers out of the paper and make things. All you need is a pack of paper. You don't have to have all those extras. The extras are nice and probably would look a little bit more polished or maybe just different or maybe had more options for you. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy those, but to me it was more cost effective to use the paper. And all of these that I'm going to show you, all of these florally ones uh, and the plaids are all in this set. So like I say, find you a set that has a pattern you like, has a lot of options. If there's pieces that you can cut, that's all the more better. Like I said, I put these on dimensionals and boom, there you go. So let me just show you. Here's a piece just to show you what I mean. These are some leaves that I cut out for this. Now, here's what I'll tell you about the way when I cut out things, and I am not perfect at it. By no means am I the pro or the first one to ever do this. A lot of people, they call it fussy cutting because you take the time to cut by hand as opposed to, by machine or with a punch. Here's the deal that I notice, and a lot of people will tell you too. When you're fussy cutting, generally, I like to do like a little bit of a little white outline around. In other words, don't cut down to the line of the item because most of your die cuts and your punches will leave that little outline. So it kind of helps give you a little bit of that same look as if you had a die or a punch. So see, there's a leaf. Let me cut him a little better there. A leaf. I'm going to get another leaf. And like I say, same thing with the flowers. I picked this set because it's kind of a go-to that I use, but there's a lot of sets you can do this where just cutting out the flowers and the petals, the leaves, and different things from this, or items. It might not even be flowers, it might be different items on it that you like. You can do the same thing. Cut them out by hand and use them for your detailing. And if you try hard enough, you can make it a cost-effective thing. Like I say, this is just 1 pack of paper. I've got all my patterned, all the background papers, the patterned, the floral, the plaid. All these came from this paper. So I'm getting tongue-tied today. I don't know what that's about. Trying to get this. I can't walk and chew chewing gum at the same time, so trying to talk and cut at the same time probably is not going to go well, just so you know. Okay, another leaf. Let's move on from him. I'll show you just a little sample. I cut out a lot of flowers yesterday. Flowers. I cut out some flowers, but I'll just give you a little bit. This is one that was kind of got cut up for some other things, but same thing. You just basically are going to kind of leave like a little white outline around it, like a little, like I say, that's what the dies and the punches do, so you're kind of trying to do the same. Now he's got a big chunk cut out because obviously I used this with the hexagon for my plaid cards. See there? Didn't look on the other side to see that was a perfectly good flower. But you get the idea. You would cut him, go around, trim him out. Basically cutting. So with making cards, I found it is a lot of the same kind of fun things we enjoyed in kindergarten, like cutting. Fussy cutting, we call it as an adult, but cutting paper and coloring. We get to do a lot of coloring. So it's kind of like going back to the days of your youth, having those fun, craft art activities that we used to have. Okay, let me get back in the present here and just work on this. You probably don't want to spend time reminiscing about kindergarten with me. So these are just some, like I say, these are all the same pack of paper. This one is just a stamp. Now these stamps are like the block stamps from Hobby Lobby. So this is a block stamp from Hobby Lobby. The thing about Hobby Lobby is every 2 weeks their stuff is like 50% off. So I generally, if I need something, I wait till it's 50% off or I don't get it. That's just me. But this one says a sweet friendship refreshes the soul. Here's another one, which is one from Hobby Lobby. You are loved, Isaiah 41:10. And this one says, my dear, kind, and wonderful friend. These, I think I'll put, a couple of them will have like birthday greetings inside. Maybe some will just have, hey, I'm thinking of you. We'll try to put them, some images when they're finished. My main emphasis today, I just wanted to show you that you don't have to have tons of stuff to make a card. You actually, if you have scissors and a pretty pattern paper, you can cut it, cut things out. You can cut things out of magazines, actually. You can cut things off of something that you're printing online. Just the whole point of this is to say, hey, let's be creative. Let's think outside the box and think of ways we can do this. And again, with the whole goal being to send something nice to a friend, say, hey, I'm thinking about you. That's the goal. We got a Bette Midler saying, you gotta have friends. And that did not sound like her at all. Don't even know if it sounded like the same song. Sorry about that. But it's a true statement. You gotta have friends. So why not make a card, send a card, buy a card, text, email, saying, hey, I appreciate you. Again, I'm not the best at doing that. I'm going to try to get better at letting my friends know how much they mean to me. So let's go on. Now, I stamped them, and I actually am going to stamp now this one. It's from Flowers of Friendship set. I don't think that's current now. Maybe, don't know. Stampin' Up. But this says life is better with friends like you. Again, I'm keeping a friendship theme. And so the two goals are to have a friendship theme, also a theme of you don't have to have tons of supplies. You can get a pack of paper, use paper, printed paper, anything. Again, I'm repeating myself, but you get the point. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. What color do I want to use? Let's see. Maybe purple? Maybe. Let's see. All right. Let's do it and see. I think I need to re-ink my purple for one thing. Okay, now let's make sure. He's got a lot of little ink around the edges, so let's get that off of there and lightly do it, because if not, that will show up on your stamp. And that is frustrating to have those lines there. Now, let's see. Okay, life is better with friends like you. Stamped it. Yes, it's crooked, but that's okay, because here's what we're going to do. We're going to punch. Going to go, well, hold on. Let me trim a little bit off so he fits in here. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm going to center him up here. Kind of straighten him out. Okay. Then I'm going to go and do 2 pinks this way. Now, I actually learned something. You could do, actually, to cut 1 pink and cut it in half, but I like to do, I've always just done 2 for the base. Okay, let's put this out of the way. Now, okay, let's see. I'm going to line this up here. Put this here. No, let's do this. We did that. Okay, he's a little off-centered. Let's see if we can get this guy moved over. Like I say, you can undo and redo. Okay, so there he is. Life is better with friends like you. We're going to use him on this card. Now, let's see. Don't know if y'all even saw what I was doing.